Hey Virgo, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for February 22 through the 28th. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you happen to stumble upon this video outside of the time frame I just mentioned, don't you worry your pretty little head. There are still messages here for you. You were led to it whenever you were meant to hear it, my dears. It is a general reading. Not every single message will resonate with you, but take what does and leave the rest. So, let's see what's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the energies ahead. Okay, my dears. Let's get to it. Nothing to it but to do it. Your first card, Virgos, is the Seven of Wands. And this has to do with standing your ground. Okay? You might be in a situation where there are some boundaries that are being called into question. And with Seven of Wands, you're basically saying, look, or you're basically being told, look, don't worry, don't panic. You don't have to get into a crazy fight or an argument about it. It's not your job to convince anybody that, your way is the right way or that you're on the right path. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's it. Just keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to stop what you're doing or try to get the approval of others. A lot of the times I see Seven of Wands come up in a situation where I'm very sad to say, Virgo. You might have someone who's trying to make you look bad. Like, aha, see, I knew you were that way. I knew you had a bad temper, or I knew that you were sensitive, but yet they're doing what they're doing to set you off. So that's kind of really unfair. So basically here in this energy with the Seven of Wands, it's saying don't let these people distract you. Don't let them take you off your course. This is especially going to be true in a situation where you're dealing with people who have just overall been jealous or envious of you or don't want to see you move on, whether it's like, siblings or somebody that just maybe has been kind of jealous or toxic, or a narcissistic, partner or something, or in a workplace situation, right, where things might be very competitive and you might have coworkers that sense that you're getting positive attention and that you're moving ahead. So they may try to set you up by doing things to upset you so that they can go and they can complain, or they can say, oh, look what Virgo did, look what Virgo said. So don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Just take the high road. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't pay them any mind. Don't pay them any attention, and you're gonna be fine. Okay? Your next card here, my dear Virgos, is the World. This is a major arcana card. So when the major arcana cards come up, we're basically at a significant crossroads, kind of like a new chapter in our life. It's going to be a defining chapter. And so when the major arcana cards come up, they're going to be around for a while, right? We're not just talking for a few days or for a week. They're going to be around for a while. And as far as energy goes, it's going to be around for a while. The World card is a really great card because the World card is talking about breaking out of karmic cycles, breaking out of karmic patterns. This is a card that can indicate really kind of achieving a very high level of healing where you never have to repeat a certain situation ever again. There's a sense of feeling comfortable in your own skin, a sense of travel, positive recognition, being appreciated, going where you're appreciated. So definitely just this energy of success, overcoming challenges, overcoming obstacles, and not having to repeat karmic cycles again. Okay. This is basically saying you have passed the test. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Sun, another major arcana card. Big, 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 big week for you guys. Now keep in mind that this is like crossroads and transitions. So even though they're major, they might kind of feel or seem very subtle, right? So these things are going to be manifesting for you over time. This kind of success, this kind of happiness, is going to be coming in over the coming weeks, maybe even over the next coming months for some of you. The Sun card is a card of independence, of healthy relationships, the opposite of codependence. This is the inner child being very happy and very playful, and a sense of freedom, being able to be yourself. being able to feel confident and secure in the unconditional love and friendship that you are receiving. You're being appreciated for who you are, for how you are. You're not having to change anything about you. Again, Sun card here is very positive, very happy, very supportive energy. And so this is the energy that many of you are calling in, right? Instead of the fickle things, instead of the haters, the people that want to distract you, they're not able to hold you back. You're succeeding, you're getting even more attention, and you're establishing friendships and connections and relationships with people who are actually going to have your back, who are going to be there for you, who want you to succeed. Okay? Your next card here, my dear Virgo friends, is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords can come up when we kind of begin to procrastinate. We might be dragging our feet a little bit, and we maybe are delaying on making a decision or delaying moving forward. Okay? And I think for some of you Virgos, it's like you're beginning to see and you're beginning to realize how much your life is going to change once you accomplish a certain goal. And so you might kind of be avoiding it because you might be afraid, right? Kind of like if there's a kid who's really smart, they're very intelligent, but when they go to school, they don't want to raise their hand and answer all the questions and, get into banter with the teacher and have everybody go, oh my gosh, teacher's pet, nerd, although these days school is online, so it's a little bit different. But those of you who are old school like me, you may remember that kind of dynamic. And so you might be a little bit afraid of success because you're like, well, I don't want people to come at me. I don't want them to, try to compete with me or to tear me down or try to sabotage me. And some of you are really tempted to just kind of lay low. But Two of Swords for me is a warning card. I see it come up time and time again where it's like, look, you're avoiding doing something, and if you keep avoiding it, sooner or later there's going to be some kind of a tower moment to move you along. You can avoid the tower moment, you can bypass it, you can skip it simply by listening to your gut, listening to your intuition, and not putting situations off or procrastinating because of your fear or your worry of what other people might be thinking or how they might be feeling about the situation. But just to come into this energy of giving yourself permission to take action, to look at what's at the road ahead, and to move forward. Two of Swords can also sometimes indicate that someone is not giving you the full truth of a situation, and they may intentionally be trying to mislead you. So make sure you're paying attention, make sure you're alert, make sure you're reading between the lines, so to speak, and know and understand that it's going to be time for you to make a decision soon on what you want to do next and what direction that you're going to be wanting to go in. Your next card here, my dears, is the Chariot. And I just got chills because the Chariot is a card of action and moving forward. Okay? Again, major arcana card. And so those of you that you watch my readings, you may have heard me talk about it before, but the Chariot card is very much like the quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, when Ralph Waldo Emerson said, once we make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. So maybe you've just been this energy where you're like, okay, universe, show me what's next. And your guys are like, look, we're here to help you, but you have to exercise your free will. You have to make your decision. You have to tell us which direction you want to go in. And then we're going to help you make that happen. But you're going to have to choose, and you're going to have to continue to move forward here. Just because you might have haters or people discouraging you, don't let that make you give up here, right? Because you're going to have to be moving forward. You're going to have to be, because it's a major arcana card, you're being guided in this direction, right? Again, Two of Swords just came up. Two of Swords, like if you don't do it, there's going to be a tower moment. So it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to decide what it is specifically that you're wanting for your future, and what it is that you feel is going to be fulfilling for you, that's going to be making you happy. Chariot card can also sometimes indicate literal travel or physical travel. So some of you might be traveling or getting involved in something having to do with transportation. Not for every single one of you, but perhaps maybe for some of you. Okay. I feel that some of you are also having fears or worries around transportation or a car situation. And the message that's coming in is that you are being watched over, you are being helped, you are being protected, and it's being handled. You know, your angels and guides are handling the situation for those of you who are having concern around literal transportation here. I also feel, Virgo, that some of you, as you're moving forward with these goals, these ambitions, you're overcoming this fear of like being a mean person or being a bad person. You're getting that out of your head. That's a limited belief that I feel many of you are going to be releasing at this time, right? Like, it's selfish of me to go after what I want, or you know, I'm going after it, and so technically that means I'm taking it away from somebody else. And it's like thinking that you're breaking out of that thinking, and you're coming into moving forward and making decisions. Those of you that have been looking for an investor in like a work situation, or I shouldn't say work situation, I should say business situation. I'm sorry to tell you, when the chariot comes up, it's like you're not doing this with an investor, you're doing this on your own. And you're meant to do it on your own. Whether it's an investor or a creative partner or a writing partner or whatever it might be, this dynamic, this idea, this project is meant for you to do by yourself, because the universe, you know, spirit, angels, guides, they don't want it influenced by anybody else's energy. You're going to be able to put it out in a very pure way through your energy. So it's kind of like this assignment that's been given to you to put out there. And so there's not going to be a partner, like a business partner, creative partner, collaborative partner. It's not because you're meant to be alone your whole life, but it's because what you're putting out there is meant to be put out in the way that only you would do it, right? Without the influence of anybody else's energy. I see that come up a lot of the times with the Chariot card, and usually it's because you're working on something spiritual. Because again, energy, you're putting out something with a lot of energy, and it's just like you're the channel that it's coming through, you're the channel that it's finding life and materializing through. Okay. And so it's meant to be done through your style and the way that you're interpreting the energy. You may want to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may want a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you wanted to go to calendly.com/amethystangellite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. And if you want to check out the love readings for the month of February, those are linked in the description as well. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my dears.